live. So now, let's refresh here. Why isn't your thing refreshing here? Ray.
What?
Can you help out here?
Is it on your phone?
It's on his. We're good. Jimmy, when you're ready, she'll hook you up.
Did it work?
We're good. We can go.
Okay. Wanted to wait till you were all set.
We're good.
Okay.
Howdy and welcome to the live Meyers Jewelers radio show and broadcast on Facebook. I'm Scott Wiseman, one of the owners of Meyers Jewelers, and I'm here with Mike Morris of Morris Media.
I did like the howdy. That's
Howdy,
nice.
folks.
I like that.
That's out to our friends.
Yeah, we should be serving Barnyard Busters or something like
exactly.
that. I'm happy you're here today because we had Jeff. We did our first show last week. And last week, I probably spoke for him and for you, but I said we were going to talk about the 4 C's of diamonds. And the reason that you're here is you are the diamond expert. You are the guy who's gone everywhere in the world to find them.
I do consider myself one of the top experts in the world of diamonds.
Now, how many years would you say you've been buying and dealing in diamonds?
Well, what I always tell customers when they come into our store and they say, how long have you worked for Meyers Jewelers? I say from birth, because we started in October 8th of 1966, and I was born October 6th of 1966, and my parents could not afford a babysitter, so they put my crib in the front window at the old store.
Which is good. That gets customers in.
Great.
They
so
think this guy needs the money.
I literally have been working. Jeff is the older brother and has worked in the store technically longer, but I started in the store from birth. So I was there from the very beginning.
Excellent. Well, what I wanted people to understand is I think a lot of people say, oh, I know a lot about this subject, or especially when it comes to diamonds. Everyone's an expert when you go into a store and they're at the counter, but you literally have been everywhere to do this. Can you tell people where you've traveled to get these?
Most recently, last year, I was in Israel and went right into our cutting facilities in Tel Aviv and chose the rock, chose all the parts of the diamonds that's going to be associated with a Meyers Jewelers diamond. And one of the things we're going to talk about here later today or soon on the show is our newest diamond out, which is called the Bright Crystal Diamond. And it is awesome. It is by far going to blow away any diamond in the market and still give you at the best possible value.
Well, why don't you go ahead and talk about it now, because what we're going to, the 4 C's all have to do with this. So
absolutely.
I would go ahead and talk about it because this is specific to your store. You are the one who went and found it.
Right. This is exclusive to Meyers Jewelers here in Central Ohio. And what it is, it's called the Bright Crystal Diamond. And all diamonds begin in a rough rock form. So what we have found out is the best rock material is coming out of Russia right now, not out of De Beers. And this was all the stuff we've been trying to work on for the last 2 years with our superior diamond cutters. So if we take Russian rock and then we have that rock cut in Israel, we're going to get a far superior diamond to one that would come from South Africa or another part of the world. So what we've done is we've created this bright crystal diamond. We were like the alpha store for the diamond cutters, where we were the ones who were the guinea pigs, so to speak.
I remember you talking about this.
So it was new to me, new to everybody else, and obviously new to every customer, but it was brand new in the jewelry industry. So you have your 4 C's that everybody likes to talk about, but what's added into the bright crystal diamond is a sparkle effect. So it judges everything that's done, and it's just not me telling you this. We prove it through science and technology. So when you come in our store, we would show you, and I happen to have a gorgeous diamond here, kind of show you right now.
Right, yeah, if you go to Facebook Live, you can see the video of Scott holding this up, so you can see it.
Right, so this happens to be a 4.01 carat diamond. You'll notice it's in a cool black and crystal box. It's the exact same size as an iPhone. So the biggest problem you always have in the store is the guy comes in, he's nervous to begin with, and all of a sudden that diamond gets shot across the store, and we're on our hands and knees looking for the diamonds.
Right.
Because we don't just show you one diamond, we'll show you 50 diamonds. You know,
well,
we have loose. Yeah, exactly. We have a huge inventory of loose diamonds. So with this nice, cool box, which even Mike won't shoot this across the room, it's cool. You hold it in your hand, it feels like you're holding a cell phone. You can see the diamond perfectly. And then the cool part is what starts next. So either on the customer's cell phone or our cell phone or a
on your
iPad. I'm not the most technical person here, so let's see if I can find it here. So we would then scan the item.
And the piece that Scott's holding actually had, like, I just read that scan.
It's got a barcode, a bar scan on there. And of course, I'm not getting it to pop up, so I'm just going to do it on my cell phone because that I know will work. But what it does is going to tell you, like Mike was saying, about the 4 C's and all of those things.
It has a full description of what's in there.
Everything about the diamond. It's going to tell us every single thing about this diamond.
That's pretty amazing because typically the worry I think most people have when they're buying a diamond is I have to trust the person behind the counter knows what they're talking about because they're supposed to be the expert. If I don't know the 4 C's or I just looked it up online, and I promise we will go over the 4 C's, but when you do that, there's no way to really tell, even under a microscope, if it hits all 4 of those and what grade they are.
Correct.
This breaks it down for you just by scanning it.
This does it all. So I'm just waiting for it to pull up. So here's an example. So here's a 4.02 carat diamond. This particular diamond is Si2E color and a cut grade of excellent. So it actually, I don't know if we can see this on the screen or not, but either way it would pop up on your phone and it would show you that. Then we would switch to the next page and it's going to talk about the sparkle of the diamond. So it breaks the diamond down.
So it almost has a brochure, like an online brochure of
this
diamond.
Technology is off the charts. It's all developed by a company called Sarin Technology, which is who GIA, EGL, all the top laboratories use Sarin Technology. And to the best of my knowledge, we're the first to ever bring this to Central Ohio. So it breaks it down from low, standard, high, very high to exceptional on this sparkle grade. And that's taking everything into consideration about the diamond. And what it does is most diamonds you see out there grade out as standard. Every one of our diamonds will grade as very high or exceptional, period. We're not buying it unless it's getting that top grade. And the diamond that I did, for an example, has a exceptional grade. So on this thing, it shows the actual diamond. It shows a special light passing over it and showing you how the brilliance, which is really what the girl wants out of her diamond. She doesn't really care so much once she gets that diamond with the color, the clarity, the cut grade. She just wants it to sparkle more than her sisters or her friends or that type of thing. So that's really good about it. The next part is off the charts. So I'm showing it to you, Mike. It shows the diamond at 25 times the size of its diamond. And this, you can move it around. So instead of getting out the old-fashioned microscope, I put it right on your phone.
Yeah, you can flip it upside down, side to side.
You can move it side to side. It is the coolest thing. We're working on a hologram to do that, where it actually will pop out above the counter. So we're probably about 2 or 3 months away from that. So after we've shown you the diamond, the inclusions, the different things, what makes up the clarity grade of it, then we hit it again. And this is really cool also. We do what's called a gem print of the diamond. It's a DNA testing of the diamond. It proves to you that once your diamond, I don't know if it will show up or not. Oh, yeah, it does.
Yeah, you can.
It shows you exactly what the diamond looks like. Just to go back, this is pretty cool. I'll show them the, that comes on
Get
there.
a little closer, I think you're good. There you go.
So there's the actual diamond on your phone. So it really is a modern way to show you what the diamond's about. This DNA testing is really cool. It's called gem print. Every one of these diamonds has a gem print done to it, so you get a 10% premium reduction in your insurance with it if you have a gem print on it. Then it shows you the edge of the diamond where you get the laser inscription, so the serial number. So this one says GIA 224 and it has the serial number of the diamond. And then the next one gives you a proportion. I don't know if it's working, that you can see it with the camera, but it shows you the proportions. And then the last part of it gives you a copy of the certificate of the stone you're looking about. So we have multiple validations backing up what we're telling you, that our diamond is going to be better than everybody else's.
Well,
diamond.
versus somebody setting out, the setting and then just propping the diamond in there, and then it's. What I think is interesting about this is, for years you guys have talked about the 10-table ring.
Correct.
This thing, I mean, just in that case, it's not in a setting, but it really pops out. Like when you first brought it out, I didn't know it was real. I thought it was, like.
So that, what I'm showing right now, is a 4.01 carat round diamond, triple X, and it gets a grade of exceptional sparkle grade. So it's got the validation from GIA as the best possible cut, polish, and symmetry and cut grade that you can get. But then you're also getting the bright crystal diamond guarantee that you're getting an exceptional sparkling diamond.
And it's not
what
something
your
that will
girl
fade.
really wants.
Right.
No, it is what it is.
Stay.
This takes into consideration where the inclusion is on the diamond, how the technique of it is cut, and what the premium of the rough is. That's where I was talking about our Russian material really gets you the maximum whiteness and brilliance in a diamond.
Well, let's talk about this because we promised the 4 C's here. This all kind of dovetails into what we were talking about with this specific diamond you're showing. The 4 C's are cut, clarity, color, and carat weight. So you've covered these things, but can you kind of break it down as far as cut? What is important about the cut of the diamond?
The cut really, in our eyes, is the most important thing because that's what really gives you the brilliance of the diamond, the scintillation of the stone. It's what tells you that diamond is going to sparkle crazy. Typical diamonds get a grade of good, and all of our diamonds typically are going to be very good to excellent. We have a few different, sometimes that will have some stones that are good quality, that just graded as good, but really what we try to buy is very good to excellent.
Well, because you're the one that's picking them, so
Correct.
I know how you are personally.
That's the other thing I always tell people. When they come in our store, they'll see us get out a big box of diamonds, got about $1 million in there, and I always look at them, I say, now, if I bought it and it's in this box, it's got to be good. So every single diamond that's in our store is hand-picked by me, bottom line. So if I'm going to buy it, it's going to be great, and then you're going to get a great stone that you know is hand-picked. You run into the mall, you go look at a diamond, those same people have 3,000 stores around the country, and they just shoot out diamonds to every single store. They can't get enough of what they need to fulfill their needs. So there's no hand-picking of diamonds when you're going into a mall store.
But that's important when you're looking at the cut of what you're getting.
Correct.
Because,
so you can get a better picked stone out that way.
right. And just so people know, if they haven't met you, you're a very tough customer to please. So I can imagine, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just saying when I want to buy something, I want to know that it's not, here's 20 to pick from. I mean,
right.
When I bought my wedding ring from you, you were steering me away from what I thought I wanted, and you said, no, you want this and this and this.
Correct.
Which actually upgraded the ring that I bought, but at the same time, my price didn't go up because the setting changed. Like, so
Right. So I spend your money like it is my money, which it technically is, because before you pay for that diamond, it's my diamond. I own it.
Right.
So it's going to be a great diamond when you come to Meyers Jewelers, hands down, without a doubt.
So we've covered cut a little bit. I want to talk about clarity. And clarity, you were kind of describing
so
this
clarity.
stone right here.
Clarity is the internal imperfections in the diamond. Diamonds are just like people. No two are the same. There is a good SI1 and there's a bad SI1. There's a good SI2 and a bad SI2. It starts at flawless, then goes internally flawless, VVS1, VVS2, VS1, VS2. I'll put the little chart up. We tend to sell diamonds that range from VS1 to SI2/SI3. We don't try to get into too many of the other stones unless it's a really good value. And most of the diamonds that we sell, 99% of them, we call them eye clean. So they're going to be nothing that you see internally. Yes, when we look under the scope or we look on the app and show you what the diamond looks like, you're going to see some imperfections. But you're not going to see imperfections in the naked eye because I personally handpicked that diamond.
But you're going to see that every stone, because it's a stone, because it's a naturally made thing, they're all going to have some imperfection to it, right?
Correct. There is some imperfections. It's a matter. I've only personally sold one diamond in my entire 35 career that was flawless, and it happened to be almost a 14 karat diamond, oval shaped, about bigger than your knuckle, and it was flawless, internally flawless, D color, which is the best color, and a new thing called Type 2A. Which is the rarest of diamonds. So it's technically better than D color. Most jewelers don't even know what that means. I learned that obviously when I was in Israel and I was searching for a specific stone for a client. And Type 2A is, since we're talking, we'll go to color next,
right.
But Type 2A is the highest color that you can get. It's the material of rock that rock is found in. So color starts at D, it does not start at A. So D is the best, goes all the way down to fancy yellows. typical in a jewelry store is going to be from G color to K color. The malls, most of the time, what you see in those stores is going to be KLM. We call it like a airline, KLM. So you're buying an airline diamond. You're not buying a jeweler's diamond. But what we try to focus on is in the colorless to near colorless, which is DEF is colorless. G to J would be near colorless. We typically don't sell below J color.
Okay, so all of that is fantastic. Bring it down a notch to where the person that walks in the store, because they're not going to remember all that. And I'm just saying it because I was amazed by what you're saying, but I'm looking at it going, I would never.
So what we do is we show you a chart, and then we'll show you. If you tell us your price range is $1,500, we're going to get out half a carat diamonds that fit your price range. If you tell us it's $5,000, then I'm going to show you a 3/4 of a carat that could be an amazing VS1 D color, and then I'm also going to show you a 90-point diamond or a 1 carat diamond that's dropping the color down. We let your eye decide of where you see the difference. I call it, for the guys, the threshold of pain.
Right.
So where you see the difference is...
I went through this
yes,
threshold
I
of
remember
pain.
your threshold of pain. So once you hit that threshold of pain, the guy usually says, ooh, I can't spend any more than that,
Right.
but I see the difference, so then we got to drop the size down. Or if he says, I don't really care, I just want the biggest diamond, I try to find him the most bang for his
But
buck.
that's the amazing thing, because I've been in the store many times to see that, and I think what happens is budget. You guys always ask that question first, because I've seen someone go, well, what if I went up a few thousand, and inevitably, whether it's you, Sean, Jeff, and they see this big stone, they go, oh, I want that. And
Right.
then all of a sudden, but the difference could be another $5,000-$6,000.
Right.
So, but
We try never to force you into a price point. We always tell you, you tell us where to be, we're going to find you a gap. I always say, give me a low to a high. Don't just give me $5,000.
Right.
You can tell me $4,000 to $5,500 or $3,000 to $5,000.
well, because
And
color
then I
and
show you what color you're going to get, and then you compare it to the size. You got to remember that a diamond, by the carat weight's based on the 100-point scale. So a 1 carat diamond is 1.00, 100 points. A 3/4 is 0.70. A half a carat's 0.8, is 0.50. A third of a carat's 0.33. And all of our 1 carat diamonds are 1.00. By Federal Trade Commission, you could sell a 1 carat diamond as a 0.96 carat, but you have 4 points shy, really, of what a 1 carat would be. But if I had 3,000 stores, like the malls do, 4 times 3,000, that's a lot of money you save
Right.
by selling only 96 pointers.
Right.
So it's really important when you're looking at diamonds that you want the exact weight that you should be getting and paying for.
we need to take a break here, but that was a lot of information.
It's a lot of information.
We have 2 more points to cover, but for right now, we need to take a break. We'll see you after this commercial. All right, so we're going to finish on color and carat. That was fucking fantastic.
About 9 minutes.
Okay.
9 minutes left.
Yeah. I told
People still see us, right?
Goes
Yeah.
quick. Oh yeah,
you.
during the break,
didn't fit.
Facebook
Jeff
doesn't
was
go
just
off.
like, so who's going to watch this? Meanwhile, people are watching.
Yeah.
And so we're getting comments. People were like, we're watching. But then Shane hit us up and he goes, I just watched you fuckers do that for like an hour. Okay, so.
Oh yeah, that's right. Shane
Yeah.
hit from
Jeff didn't believe it. He's like,
from
"No one's
Brooklyn
gonna watch
last week.
Yeah. All right. Why don't you bring us back from break? Just say, hey, you're back, whatever. And then I'll get right into the subject. All right, Jimmy, you ready?
Yep. You ready?
Yep.
Welcome back to the Meyers Jewelers radio show and live on Facebook. Hopefully a lot of people are out there seeing us.
Yes. I cut you off because we were going on clarity, and then you started to kind of get in our last 2 pieces here.
Okay.
So in the last 9 minutes we have, I want to talk about there's color and carat weight. Those are the last 2 of the 4 C's. Which one do you want to tackle first?
Well, color is simple. It's what we talked about from the D color and going down. And some people's eyes see color, and some people don't see color. So that's
You mean from just it's right in front
it's
of
right
me,
in
not
front
under
of you.
the
So I'm
microscope.
showing you that you don't use a microscope for color. We put it on a white tray, and if we're looking at 3 or 4 different diamonds, we line them up, and I never tell you which one's which, and I ask you, what do you see different about these diamonds? If the guy looks at me dumbfounded and says, I don't see a difference, then there's no reason for him to spend for the highest grade of that. We're not going to let you get a bad diamond because that's embarrassing for Meyers Jewelers.
Right.
We want every person, when they see that ring and she says, oh, it came from Meyers Jewelers, I don't want them to go, ooh, that looks brown or it looks yellow or I see that big black dot on it. You know, that's not what we sell. So we try to keep you going in the right direction to get that right diamond. So color is what your eye sees towards a tint of yellow. And as the farther tint you go, the cheaper the price goes. So typically at IJ color, that's about when you start to see a little bit of yellow. Some people have a great eye and they can see it before that.
But you've seen these so many times over 35 years. I mean, you can identify, right?
I can come within 1 grade typically. You could put any diamond you want in front of me.
You mean I could put it in your hand?
You put it in my hand anytime you want, and with a handheld loop like I carry in my pocket. I'm the only guy at a party ever that has one of these.
Which is not
because
a lie, because I've seen you break that out at the weirdest times.
Exactly.
Hockey
Somebody
games.
always asks me, we'll be at a hockey game, they'll say, I think I broke my prong. What do you think? And I go, well, let me pull it out and take a look.
It's like you have your surgical mask with
Exactly.
you everywhere.
Exactly. So with this loop and my trained eye, I can tell you within 1 grade, usually right on the mark of whatever any diamond is. I can't tell you the weight, but I can guess at that. But I can do that. So the cut goes and ties back into what we call the bright crystal diamond, because that's really what's going to make the stone. So to me, the most important thing is I would rank it this way. I would rank it as the cut of the stone, because that's going to give you what the brilliance. The second most important thing is the color, because most people can see yellow tone on it. So you want to get as much high as you can, closest to D that you can afford. Clarity to me is the least of the grading things that you need to worry about, as long as you're buying SI3, SI2 or better, and it's a certified diamond, and you can't see it with the naked eye. So to me personally, who cares if you show somebody a diamond? Great example, my wife. When we celebrated a big anniversary, I said to her I was going to upgrade your diamond to a 3-carat stone. Would you rather have a 3-carat of an SI1 G-type color diamond, or would you rather have a 4-carat, this, and this? And she says, as long as I can't see the difference of the quality, I want the biggest stone that I can get. And that's the response you get 99% of the time.
I've heard people say that to you in the store, and that's why I thought it seems like, to me, it should always start with their budget.
Correct.
But you've got something that fits every budget. It's a matter of, if they're not educated in it, you've got to give them an education.
I sold an engagement ring yesterday for $250. Made the guy the happiest guy in the world, because that's all he had, and he didn't think he can get something for $250 at a store as nice as our store and how pretty our store is. And I told him, if you want $150, I'll find you a ring for it. We'll hit you whatever budget you want to be in. Right after him, I sold one to an out-of-town customer who was referred to us by he's a Big Ten football coach, and called us up.
The guy from Minnesota, I know.
No.
I'm kidding.
So the guy, I'm not telling any names. So a guy called and said, hey, Coach so-and-so told me you would hook me up on the diamond. This is what I'm looking for. He actually knew his colors and clarities. I kind of readjusted him so it would save him some money. And, sight unseen, basically showed him the bright crystal diamond and did it over the phone with him and bought the diamond that way. So, and that's with us guiding him, showing him what we think was the most important features to do.
Well, that gets into the last of the 4 C's, the carat weight. And you kind of we talked about, what your budget is going to be. How do you adjust for carat weight? In terms of a budget, I mean, if I came in,
an easy way to figure this is a 1/2 carat diamond's around $1,500. A 3/4 carat diamond's going to be around $3,000 to $3,500. A 1 carat diamond for us, something nice, is going to start from $4,800, and we have 1 carat diamonds all the way up to $10,000. So that's a good varying on there. A 1.5, because it's going to go 1.50. Is going to take you up to $12,000 on up. A 2 carat diamond is going to start roughly in the $18,000 range. That doesn't mean there's not a cheaper one and a more expensive one, but those are kind of rough numbers that kind of hits you the different sizes that you work with.
So again, you've already kind of given your list of what's important. Carat weight to you, I can't remember exactly where that was. I don't think you said actual carat weight.
It's not important.
That's
at
more
all.
preference.
That's totally price driven.
Gotcha.
Because obviously 1 carat's going to be more, and then there's also different shapes of diamonds.
Right.
So you have rounds, princess cut, emerald cuts, cushion cuts, heart shapes, Asher cuts, pear shapes. So we have them all. So that's the other cool thing. So, but normally a guy comes in and he says, "Oh, my girl wants something square," meaning a princess cut, or She wants a round diamond. Round diamond is the most brilliant. That's why it's called a technical term of brilliant cut diamond. Everything else is a modified brilliant. We have 58 facets in a round diamond, so that's what's going to give you the most sparkle.
Wow.
And as you drop to like a princess cut, you drop down to, I think it's around 46 facets. An emerald cut's called a step cut, so the facets are only on the outside edges, which is 16. So you get different brilliance based off of that. And with a round diamond, we can hide imperfections inside those facets. So an SI2 in a round is going to be absolutely amazing. An emerald cut in an SI2 may not be so amazing because that black's going to stick out unless it's out on the corner.
Right. And we only have about a minute left, but tell people again, this bright crystal diamond, I would encourage people to come in and see it because you can't really understand
the
what
presentation of the bright crystal diamond takes about 5 minutes to get it done right. Our staff is all trained. No one's on commission, so there's no high pressure. If you're in the market and you're looking for a diamond right now, you are only hurting yourself if you don't check out a bright crystal diamond first, because or last, whatever it is. It is changing the diamond market here in Columbus because it is so amazing. The crystallization, the brightness of the diamond, it just speaks for itself. And then we have the technology backing it up, showing what we're talking about, and it all goes on your phone. So it's pretty simple. It really is, and it stands out. And we have just done awesome with it, and always with Meyers Jewelers, as we always say. Are we at the end here?
Here we are.
So come see the bright crystal diamond, but more importantly, experience Meyers Jewelers. You'll see a difference. You'll feel a difference. Your pocketbook will see a difference, and Meyers Jewelers makes that difference. Thank you.
All right, see that thing in the corner there? Yep, hit that.